Yeah, so because I was a little behind on that last project, I'm gonna go ahead and roll into the other ones that I've already completed, so I can try to get those uploaded on time. So this will be project 6. Again, my name's Autumn Poitras. This is my humanities class. Let's see. This one is what I learned versus others. Um, so in this video, I'm basically going to reflect on something very interesting. It's how we're literally all reading the same book, doing the same projects, uh, but we're each learning something completely different. So I spent some time going through the Project 5 discussion thread. And I was honestly amazed by the variety of thoughts and reflections everybody had. It was pretty interesting. Even though we all read, My Name is Red, we all read the same thing, watched the same videos, did similar assignments, or did same assignments. What we took away was not the same. And again, I think I mentioned this in the last video. Uh, it reflects the book itself, where every character has their own voice and their view of the world. Okay, so the one thing I noticed right away, took note, uh, how some classmates focus deeply on the artistic style conflict between Eastern Western art. Uh, for them, I guess that theme stood out the most. They talked about how Islamic art focuses on symbolism and spiritual meaning, uh, clashed with more of the realistic individual focused art from the West. Um, so I think a few of the few classmates, they connected the book with the world today, today's world, and how people still struggle, which I think is very true, with tradition versus modern ideas. That's really important, because it still rings true today. Um, See, and then on the other side, some people, I think they focus more on Pamuk's storytelling technique, which is kind of, I think, what I kind of went along the lines of. How each chapter was told by a different narrator, including unusual objects, like a tree or a coin. That's like again, I found that cool too when I first read it. But seeing other people talk about it kind of made me appreciate that even more. One person specifically mentioned how that style makes you question what's true and what was just perspective. So that kind of made me think, when we hear different people's voices, even in real life, um, nobody has the full story. So many sides to a story. And that connects directly to our class. Each of us during in those discussions in the threads, we were just like our own little narrator, sharing our own truth and own versions and own thoughts, shaped by like who we are as a person, and basically how we see things. So it all came together. A few classmates, they connected their feelings. They connected what they learned and to current technology, especially when we were able to use the AI tools in our project. Um, I related that to I I relate to that, because I think in project 2, I explore how AI gave kind of flat, literal interpretations of the afterlife, and that's not how I see it at all. So while it can be very helpful, you know, that's not what it is. And a lot of other people felt the same thing, through the discussions. Um, we it was a lot of us who kind of noticed and picked up on the limitations of AI. Um, so let's see. Okay, so what I said something that surprised me. A few classmates had some emotional reactions. A few students felt they personally were moved by the novel, like long-going memory or struggles between past and present. Some people shared very personal stories and reflections about their identities and changes that they've gone through. Um, that helps you, see how powerful and reaching literature can actually be. Uh, Even if we're all reading the same lines and same words, uh, the way those words hit us is very different. It depends on our background, beliefs, and experiences. Um, so, looking at all those posts, I started thinking this class is very similar to My Name is Red. Again, we were all our own narrators. We're walking through the same city, kind of so to speak, and noticing different things. Some see ash and smoke, some see stained glass and color, and just like in the novel, each character added a little piece to the bigger picture. So each of us asked a little different piece to this class, I believe. Um, and I know I'll be going so long on my videos, but yeah. Um, I think the way the class is set up, I think that these projects, uh, it kind of helped. It wasn't about just checking off a project. It's about finding your own, I guess, your voice, and then also listening to others. It kind of, like I said, it's full circle. The way the class was set up is very good. It's a humanities class. Um, Bravo. Um, this is a big um, collective group effort, even though it's really not, in person, but it kind of still gave that everybody's giving their own thoughts and ideas and for the betterment of the whole class. Um, Nobody, you know, no single post or no single student could explain everything. We all had our own thoughts, and together we made it a richer, learning experience, and more complete. So I think that's it for this one. I'm gonna see if I can. I started my notes for Project 7. I'm gonna see if I can finish them and upload them tonight too. All right.